How's it going, guys? AZ Plyo 21 back again with another episode of our UFC save in WMMA 5. And here today we have for you UFC Fight Night Holloway versus VITRUK, a main event in the featherweight division. Also got a big main card as well. Max Holloway and up-and-coming contender Pavel VITRUK going at it in our main event today. Might be a title shot at stake. We shall see. Our next pay-per-view is UFC 304, Jones versus Shogun 3. 4 title fights on that card. That should be a big one. Our next episode, however, will be UFC Fight Night Hall versus Torres. Ryan Hall going at it against Daniel Torres live from Italy. A little bit of news before we get started. Joanna Jędrzejczyk has retired in game, so all the best to her. At the age of 36, I tried to convince her to come out of retirement, but she did not want to. She's currently serving a suspension after her win, but then a no contest over Brianna Ellen. Unfortunate. These things happen though, so the best to Joanna. She was able to start her own fight team, so hopefully she can start training some women of the future. All the best to Joanna Jędrzejczyk as we move on to our card today. UFC Fight Night Holloway versus VITRUK, but let's go ahead and get the rankings first. At heavyweight, you can see a lot of guys move ahead because we did have Frank Mir get cuts because he was a big fan of the prostitutes, so that's the reason why. Light heavyweight, Jan Blachowicz moves up despite losing, interestingly. Nothing at super middleweight. At middleweight, couple guys moving up. Kimrian Abasov now ranked at number 20. Got a couple guys moving up as well. Magomed Yurov into number 12. Colby Covington down to number 24. Ouch. At super lightweight, nothing going on. Nothing at lightweight. At featherweight, Patricio Pitbull moving up to number 15. Gotta love it. At bantamweight, nothing going on. Nothing at flyweight. At women's featherweight, Cyborg moves up to number 1 despite the fact that we have a new champion in Macy Chiasson, who needs to be moved into the featherweight division. Now there you can see Macy Chiasson moving up a little bit despite that not actually being her division. Cyborg, I don't know if I even want Cyborg to fight for the title though, because she's just so unreliable. Like, how do I know she's even going to make the weight? I don't know. We might have to do her and Chiasson though, so that's something to be said for another day. Bantamweight, nothing other really going on. Molly McCann moves up to number 3. Women's strawweight, we got Natalia Silva moving up to number 11. Roddy Hottie down to number 20. And that is going to do it for the rankings. Let's get to it. Holloway versus VITRUK. Taking place in Iberia, so kind of like, I don't know, like Spain, Portugal kind of area. Benson Henderson taking on Fares Ziam at 155, and Smooth Henderson gets the submission win at 41 years old. Gotta love it. Still going at it. Justin Gaichi taking on Musa Kaminayev as I nearly destroy my desk. Oh my god. And Justin Gaichi gets the win. Apparently a little bit of a resurgence maybe. 2 straight wins now for Justin Gaichi. Okay. Joaquin Silva taking on Chris Saunders. Joaquin Silva out of Brazil gets the submission victory here today. Everything about him says star power apparently. Raush Manfio 14-4 taking on Soren Bach, and it's Manfio getting it done via unanimous decision. Jordan Rinaldi taking on Jamie Malarkey, a bunch of malarkey. 155. Jamie Malarkey gets the win, the 19th of his career. Mateusz Legierski taking on Damir Ismagulov at 155, and it's Legierski getting the TKO win in just 25 seconds. Interesting. Mark Madsen taking on Kai Tang at 155, and it's Kai Tang knocking out the Olympian in round number 2, his UFC debut, and he makes it an impressive one. Moving right along, Haile Alatang taking on Rafael Barbosa, and it's Barbosa getting his 18th win of his career in his UFC debut. You gotta love it, these WEC guys coming in and getting an immediate impact, immediate win in the division. Big fight actually at featherweight here. Darian Caldwell taking on Grant Dawson. This is a very, very good fight. Dawson, I don't know if you want to call him a prospect. He's had 10 fights in the UFC now, taking on former Bellator champion, and Dawson gets the win via armbar in round number 3. Calling out Herbert Burns. Nacho Morata taking on Brianna Van Buren in our final prelim. Morata a slight favorite, and it is Morata getting the unanimous decision victory here today. She was doing absolutely incredible. She got all the way up to number 8. 4 straight losses. That was not good for her. She was like close to a title fight, essentially. Main card time, Brianna Miura taking on Leah McCourt. In the featherweight division, McCourt has no fight team. She is 4-1 in the UFC, though. A 3-fight win streak for her. Only loss in the UFC is to Cyborg, but Brianna Miura gets it done. Split decision win, the 18th of her career. Caitlin Chukagian taking on Miranda Granger. Granger. It's a pick'em between these two, and it's Caitlin Chukagian getting the TKO win in round number 2. Eric Shelton taking on Joshua Pacio in the flyweight division. Former title challenger in Eric Shelton. That was his last fight, fighting for the title. And it is Joshua Pacio getting the unanimous decision victory here today. After losing to Inoue, he needed a big win there, and he got it. Volkan Ozdemir taking on Max Power Nunes at the light heavyweight division. And it is Volkan Ozdemir knocking out Max Nunes. I don't want to say a prospect because he's older than Ozdemir, but a good win for Volkan nonetheless. 34 years old, still has a lot of time to get going. Nathaniel Wood taking on Tom Dukenwa in our co-main event. Both these guys really good bantamweight prospects in real life. Nathaniel Wood coming off a win over Ray Borg. Before that, a couple consecutive losses in main events. On the other side, you got Tom Dukenwa looking to get into it here in the bantamweight division. Look at that big win streak before he had to face Piotr Jan. Rather unfortunate. It's a pick'em between these two guys in our co-main event, but it is Nathaniel Wood in a fantastic fight, getting the knockout punch in round number 3. And he wants to fight Thomas Almeida next. Main event time, Blessed Max Holloway taking on Pavel VITRUK in the featherweight division. VITRUK undefeated, 4-0 in the UFC. Steve Garcia, Yusuf Zalal, Jeremy Stevens, and then Brian Ortega. And on the other side, you got Blessed Max Holloway. You can see he fought on UFC 300, could not get it done, lost the title to Khamzat Dalgiev. Now he looks for a little bit of redemption after, I mean, look at everything that he's done in the save thus far. That was his first loss to Dalgiev. Defended against, won the title against Volkanovski, defended against Zabit, defended against Feely, defended against Yair, defended against Zabit again, defended against Yair again, and then lost it to Dalgiev. This is his first, like, different fight in a while other than Dalgiev. This is insane. Blessed Max Holloway in our main event taking on the Ukrainian Pavel VITRUK. Let's get it going. It's our main event. VITRUK fires off a counter jab, left open. VITRUK is equal to it. Counter left hand. 1-2 from Holloway fails to land. Starting to strike. A high kick, left hook, and a small cut under the eye of VITRUK. Holloway seemingly winning this round halfway through round number 1. Counter left does not connect. Misses with a vicious right hand. Nothing really going on here in the tail end of round number 1. Ooh, referee. Not a fight ender, so that cut was apparently getting bad for VITRUK. Hits a right hand. That cut must be pretty bad on VITRUK if they stop the fight in just the first round. Holloway 10-9 in round number 1, apparently. Spin kick to the ribs. Holloway coming forward on the attack. Counter jab. Scything kick to the legs. Holloway's getting it done early on. Nothing really going on here. A minute into round number 2. Nothing but air on a big right. Counter left hand for VITRUK. Both fighters meeting in the center. Holloway fools him. Right head kick did damage. He is dazed. VITRUK goes down. Holloway unloading, and he is going to get it done. Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Mark Goddard, calls a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 27 seconds of the second round. Your winner by TKO, Blessed Max Holloway, getting it done in the main event. 5,200 in Iberia coming out to watch Blessed Max Holloway. 1 million at the gate. Love to see it. Popularity unchanged because we're already popular enough. I believe we had we had a couple fantastic fights. Love to see it. We're going to give it to Wood and Dukenwa, but we will give these guys some love for that fantastic fight. It takes two to tango on both sides. First round finishes, we got Uzdemir. We've got Lagirski, and we've got Gaichi. Love to see it. A nice 578,000 in profit. Love to see that as always. We got the highest paid fighters as Max Holloway, Volkan Uzdemir, and Tom Dukenwa. Appreciate you guys. Like I said, the next time I see you guys will not be for that pay-per-view. It'll be for another fight night, but just one more away until we get to the pay-per-view. If you have not done so already, please like the video and subscribe. I appreciate you guys as always. Follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Links are down in the description below. You can support me on Patreon if you'd like to as well. My name is AZPlyo21, and I will see you at the fights.